let's find some trouble.
I know you're here, Calyx. Show yourself so we can end this.
Where is the tactical skill that had the hybrid ready to appoint you one of the chosen? There you stand in the open, ready to be picked off. How vulnerable your feelings have made you.
What brought you here, Calyx? I sent you one message and you came running.
So, you know about our past? Wardick should have kept our secret. I will not let you spread the story further. I will keep my honor.
That sounds like emotion to me, Calyx. Fear, anger, confusion. Which of those drove your attempt to murder me?
Murder? You failed your mission. The directive is clear. Failure of a mission is punishable by execution. Is that why you really came here, Jax? Are you ready to die?
How long have you known that we are the children of berserkers?
I have always known. You were too young to remember, but I have always remembered the faces of my real parents. But they too are irrelevant. We benefited from the fact we were taken from the berserkers.
What did you mean, appoint me to the chosen?
All Albs the hybrid sees as having Alexitor potential have a biocore chip implanted to maximize their efficiency. They and others he sees the potential in. We have been selected to serve his future, to ensure the future comes to pass. You had been chosen to evolve to the next level. The hybrid had even had you implanted with a chip ready to communicate with you, so he could guide your thoughts.
If I have a chip, then why hasn't the hybrid ordered me back to Zakor? How can I have my free will?
Because you got lucky. Your chip must have been damaged when I attempted to execute you. That is the only explanation.
You are my brother. That must count for something.
Are you trying to provoke an emotional reaction? Emotions are a waste of energy. They cloud perception.
Convenient that your proof has been destroyed.
Tell me, Jax, do you never see images you can't explain? Visions?
Yes.
Some of those will be memories. Others are thoughts that spring from your connection to the hybrid. He sees the future, the plans of the free people. All of Magalan and some of those visions will have leaked into your mind through the chip.
I must speak to the hybrid directly. What is the code to his chamber?
Only Alexitors can be told that. You are no Alexitor.
I know the code is something to do with the hybrid's past. But all I know of his past is that the Albs found him, that he showed our leaders the future and took control of our people.
The past is irrelevant. All that counts is the future.
So why does the hybrid hide this? What is it about his past that he wants to stay hidden? You saw his past when you had an audience with him.
What I saw is irrelevant.
The universe, skies stretching to infinity. Does that relate to the code? You said Tarek talked about the old world. Is that a clue? Come on, Calyx. You know there is more to this. I know you wanted answers then. You must still want them.
I serve the directive. The law demands the death of those who learn it illegally.
So I'm right. It is something to do with his past, with what you saw.
The past is irrelevant.
You expect me to believe that you have never wondered about the code? It could be anything. It would be logical for it to be random. It would be efficient to change it. but instead the code remains the same and is rumored to link to his past. Doesn't that sound emotional? Why would he stick with something like that? It has to mean something.
You are allowing your own emotions to cloud your thinking.
Our world is in the hands of the hybrid. We should know what makes him who he is.
The past is irrelevant. All that counts is the future. The hybrid must achieve supremacy. You have come to me with the emotion and twisted logic of the free people. Listening to you any longer is a waste of time. I will end this here and now. You had your chance, but you let it pass. You will not stand against me.
So, the code is something to do with the hybrid's past. And the vision that Calix saw. Calix's reaction proves I'm on the right track. And it has something to do with the old world. Perhaps it might mean something to Harley. He knows a lot about old world installations.
So are you fucking her or what?
You mean, are we in a relationship?
A relationship? Fuck, I was just asking if you were getting some, but hey, good luck to you both. Yeah, sure.
Commander, supplies located.
Thanks, you four.
Bear.
Yeah.
Nasty, an outlaw, has agreed to help. She'll stay here when she's not with me.
Nasty? Some say she's the worst devil the desert ever created. And others say that she's an able warrior and an excellent war leader. She'll be welcome here.
Teach me.
Oh!
Yeah. See you later. Yeah.
This is nice. I'd like to spend some time.
How are you getting on with the Raider?
We're almost there, but only almost.
What else do you need to get the Raider ready?
One of the control jets must have taken a hit when it came down. If we don't fix that, the only thing you'll be flying is circles.
How do we get a new control jet?
Well, only the Albs built this kind of Raider. So I guess the only place I can think of would be an Alb maintenance center. That means looking near the Ice Palace in Zakor.
So, not easy to get. Here, I got the replacement control jet for the Raider.
Well, that's a good piece of work. I'll get to repairing this right away.
I need that Raider ready. The Albs are gathering strength to attack the free lands. We have to be one step ahead of them.
Well, I almost have the thing done, but... You want to take it to Zakor? Don't forget, half of that crate is mine.
This Raider is the only chance to stop the Alb attack.
I was afraid you'd say something like that. You'll get the Raider when I'm ready. And one more thing. Let's not pretend that I don't know who you really are, okay? You've done some impressive stuff, so don't turn out to be a shit in the end, will ya? So, when does the Raider have to be ready?
There are a few things to take care of first.
Is there a timescale coming at any point?
Alright, so this is where we're up to. I have to take care of the Alb commanders in Zakor. That way I can open up a path to get to the Ice Palace without the Alb forces in that area killing me before I've managed to get close. I still have to figure out what the Separatists will do when we march into Zakor. Thorold the Pilgrim is yet to complete his ELEX experiment. That must be done before we attack. I still need to learn the access code for the Hybrid's chamber. I need that before I attempt to enter the Ice Palace.
Well, sounds like there's still something to do. Come back when that's taken care of. I'll make sure that the Raider is prepared. Just make sure you get it done before the whole damn Alb army shows up here. One question. They're saying you're fighting your brother.
So?
So, is this just some big family bust-up? Is there any chance you're gonna turn around and buddy up again? I'm only asking because, you know, this affects the fate of the world and shit.
I met with my brother Calyx, the Elexiter.
Ah, really? And you beat him, right? Then we should be happy you're not in pieces. I mean, that guy's a maniac, right?
My brother won't trouble us anymore. But this is far from over.
So, this is more than just a family feud. So what's the problem?
The Albs are led by the hybrid. It is him they serve. It is him they pledge their lives to. But I don't know why. I don't know what he is planning for the Albs, or for Magellan. Everything that happens, that has happened for generations, is because of the hybrid. Only he can answer my questions. Only he can end this war.
So, what are you planning?
If I am to get the answers I need, then I have to find a way to get to the hybrid in the Ice Palace. But that means I need to get the code to access his chamber.
Do you know where you can get it?
All that I know is the code has something to do with the hybrid's past, and has something to do with stars, the universe, infinite skies.
Infinite skies. Hey, that's something I've seen before in a couple of places. But where? Where? Yeah, I got it. There's an old industrial complex out to the southwest of Idan where I found some stuff that mentioned that. An old lab there. But, nah, forget it. Why would that have anything to do with the hybrid?
You mean the old world ruins at the foot of the mountain? Where I found the first replacement part for the Raider?
Yeah, that's the place. That's where I saw those words. It could be a coincidence, but weird, huh? I mean, maybe you can find the answer there.
Perhaps, but there's only one way to find out, and that means going there. I met Thorold. He wasn't exactly communicative.
You met him? Well, then you are truly honored. He might not be a man of many words, but that is because he is focused on his task. If he didn't wish to talk, it is because of the work he is undertaking. You must judge the man by his achievements. When he has completed his retreat, I am certain you will understand what our world owes him.
I'm preparing to attack the Ice Palace.
Yes, I've heard you have been working with Thorold. I have heard reports of Alb troop movements in Zakor. It's time you moved. Will you fight alongside Thorold?
Looks like it.
Good. Then I will wait on Thorold's order to send you support. Magellan is depending on you both. Bring an end to the hybrid.
Better get rid of that technology.
Thorold needs your help with this ELEX experiment.
So he thinks he's finally done it, does he? That he can take away the fighting strength of the Albs with one act of magic. You should help him. Tell Thorold I'll be there when he starts the experiment.
That technology will get you into trouble here.
It's amazing that it's still here.
I met with Calyx.
And? Did you find what you were looking for?
No, but I now understand my brother's true nature.
Truth. It always brings its own burden.
Kaya will help with the experiment.
She will? And is she ready now?
Why don't you ask yourself?
Are you sure you are ready for this?
Are you? Are you sure this will work?
You're not the only mage, Kaya. I'm certain of my findings. 90% certain, 60 or 70% at worst. But if we pull it off, who's to know we were ever worried? Everything is ready. We can begin immediately.
You should begin the experiment now.
So be it. Keep your distance. This could be dangerous for anybody close by. We failed. We were close, but Zardom must have known what we were planning. I can't try again alone. Even if we can find Kaya, it would take weeks to recalibrate everything before attempting that again. We must move to attack the Ice Palace as soon as we can. If they are this intent on stopping us, the hybrid must be close to achieving his plans.
What about Kaya?
Kidnapping her has stopped me making any further progress with my plans. But then killing her would also have stopped the transmutation. So why did he kidnap her? Zardom must have seen the same power in Kaya that you did. He must be planning to use that power for himself in some way.
He was interested in her. He asked me to find her. That can't be a coincidence. Where do you think Zardom has taken Kaya?
Zakor. His ambition has always been to take command there. He seeks a chance to rule. So, he'll want to keep an eye on things in the Ice Palace. He will be close to there.
What if Zardom wasn't responsible for your failure? What if something else stopped your transmutation?
His intervention is the only thing that makes sense.
You don't seem certain.
The only other explanation is that ELEX itself was resisting the transformation. But that's not probable.
Not probable or not possible?
Resistance would imply purpose, consciousness. And ELEX is a substance, not an entity. It isn't alive.
Kaya thought ELEX could be alive.
What are you talking about?
She said that's what she felt. That ELEX is more than a substance, that it communicated with her. Couldn't that be what went wrong?
What you're saying is impossible. Kaya is able enough when it comes to magic, but she's misinterpreted what she's seen. I've run experiments on ELEX, studied it for years, and I've seen nothing to indicate that what you're saying is true. How could Kaya just stumble on something like this in the time she's had?
What will you do now that the experiments failed?
We must take the fight to the hybrid. It seems an assault on the Ice Palace is the only way to end this war. We will see each other again in Zakor. You said that we are fighting for the same cause. So, we must take that fight to the hybrid. And, for the hope of all Magalan, we must be victorious.
I knew Zardom must have brought you here.
The feel of this place is terrible. Where are we?
In Zardom's hideout, on the border between Abessa and Zakor.
That explains the disturbance in the ELEX.
Where is he? Where is Zardom?
I don't know. He hasn't been here for a long time.
Well, then he must have got what he wanted. That means he's gone to the Ice Palace.
That bastard paralyzed me and left me here. He must have planned that all along. Why didn't he just kill me?
He must have wanted to use your strength. It must have been part of his plan to regain his place in the Ice Palace. But you must have been too strong for him.
Well, why ever he left me alive, it was a mistake. I won't let him surprise me like that again. Thank you for looking for me.
Follow me.
All right. We should go. It's dangerous here.
Have you seen Wardek, my father?
I thought he was traveling with you. I don't know where he is now.
I'm ready to attack the Ice Palace.
You have achieved much, but I am still to understand your intentions.
What do you mean?
Which side are you fighting for? Are you fighting against the hybrid? Or are you only motivated by your need to revenge yourself against the Alexiters?
I am on the side of the free people. Zakor's exploitation of them must be stopped once and for all.
But what are your intentions for the hybrid? Will you admit that he seeks to control the destiny of the Alps? We will only fight alongside you if you share our interests. The hybrid goes, the old directives must be restored. Tell me your intentions.
The hybrid's rule must end. There's no other way to finish this.
Then we stand with you. I will order final preparations to begin. We will meet again in Zakor. Victory will be ours.
You did well.
making preparations to attack the Ice Palace.
Then I wish you well. There was a time when I would have pledged you my support, but I cannot join you. I wish you luck. May Kalan be with you.
Only faith will free the...
Why did you want to destroy the Horde?
The balance of power. With them gone, we'd control all the technology this side of Zaquor. It's not like those Berserkers want it. And with the clerics gone, the Albs should take care of the Berserkers for me.
And you believe Conrad would destroy his own kind?
That's pretty damn convincing. I had not been caught up like that for a long time.
Our preparations are almost complete. It is almost time to attack the Ice Palace.
The Ice Palace? And you found some other lunatics to help you?
It's the only way to stop the hybrid from conquering Magalan.
Yeah. Or it's a way to piss him off so he decides to come out fighting and kill everything that moves. But until then, maybe I'll come and watch him take you apart. Have fun out there. I know I will.
Take care of Conrad yourself.
Get the job done. Or get the fuck out of Tavar before I have you flayed alive. Go get out and find him if you know what's good for you.
The lands of the free people.
hurry up and get out of here. And fast.
Here's the place Harley said he found reference to Infinite Skies, an old-world complex built to hide something from the outside world. Infinite Skies, a corporation that worked on secret research in the old world. They say the hybrid saw the day the comet struck, that he survived. It must be true. Here he was, holed up and hidden in a device of his own making in order to protect himself from the impact, saved from the fires, but changed by the ELEX. A man become mutant. All that had possessed him while he was a man was the thought of surviving the disaster that was to come. He tried to prepare a select group, those who would be welcome to the Infinite Skies. A chance to leave the planet, to avoid destruction. But the plan failed. The government failed to listen to him. He had failed to save them. All he wanted to do was survive. So here he hid. Here he survived. But what did he become? ELEX flooding his body. His hunger for it grew. His mind opened. He became more dependent on it. But what was this man? Who was it that became the hybrid that rules Zakor today? Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins. Immortal, inaccessible, all-powerful. The pinnacle of evolution. Still driven by the need to survive, he began to see the future. He saw the future then. But what of now? Can the hybrid truly see the future? What does he want for himself? Survival? Safety? A future for us? There's only one way to know. I must speak to him, secured with a password that referred to the name its human form once took. Now I can reach him. His name, Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins.
Let's do this!
Now I know the code. Perhaps I will finally get the answers I am seeking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have the code to the hybrid's chamber.
Then you're going to try and get in.
If we can make it into the Ice Palace, then it is time to confront him. The hybrid planted a control chip in my head. If it worked, he could have told me to kill myself at any time, but the failed attempt to execute me must have damaged the chip instead. That means I can get to him. Then maybe I can find out what he really wants.
Aye. Every time you make this personal, I get pissed at you. This is about more than just you egomaniac.
I'm in.
Look out! Keep close! Fight together! We don't tolerate criminals here. Count on me. I've got a bad feeling about this place.